You are born an orphan. You hatch as a tiny, transparent creature, barely 3 millimeters long, weighing less than a snowflake. You have 8 arms with only 3 suckers on each. You are alone, completely alone. No mother to teach you how to hunt, no father to show you where to hide, no siblings to learn from. Well, technically you have hundreds of thousands of siblings, but they're all just as clueless as you are, drifting in the open ocean like edible confetti. The ocean doesn't care that you're new. It starts trying to kill you immediately. You float in the water column using your tiny inner yolk as fuel, but that runs out fast. Within days, you need to catch live prey or you'll starve. And here's the problem. You're supposed to be a genius hunter, but right now, you can barely swim straight. You flap your tiny arms and jet around like a confused underwater hummingbird, burning energy at a ridiculous rate. Your metabolism is so high that you need to eat constantly. But catching tiny drifting creatures isn't as easy as it sounds when you're essentially a liquid blob with anxiety. And everything wants to eat you. Fish see you as a snack. Dolphins hunt you. Even other octopuses may see you as a snack when there isn't enough food. For the first few months, your life is basically float, hunt, panic, hide, repeat. About half of your siblings don't make it past 3 months, but somehow you survive. After about 2 months of this nightmare, something changes. You grow heavier, your arms get longer, swimming becomes harder, but you don't need to swim anymore. You need to sink. You drop to the ocean floor and finally touch solid ground. This is settlement. This is home. Except home is still trying to kill you. You are now a young octopus about the size of a walnut, living on the seafloor where every rock hides a predator and every shadow could be your last. You have no shell to protect you, no claws, no teeth, no armor whatsoever. You are essentially a very intelligent water balloon. Your only defense? Your brain, and thank God it's a good one. You learn fast because you have to. You have no one to learn from, no time to waste, and if you make too many mistakes, you die. So you figure things out on your own. Which colors make you invisible? Which textures match the rocks? How to move without being noticed? You discover something incredible. You can change your skin in the blink of an eye. You can be spiky one moment, smooth the next. You match the rocks beneath you. You blend into the algae. You become the background itself. You can grow little horns on your head. You flatten yourself into a pancake and vanish into the cracks. You are a living special effect. But camouflage only works if you stay still, and staying still doesn't get you food. So you have to hunt. You slither across the rocks, tasting everything with your 2,000 suckers. 2/3 of your brain is actually in your arms. You spot a crab. You move toward it, but the crab senses you coming. It darts away and disappears beneath a big, poisonous anemone. You can't follow it there. Those tentacles would sting you badly. So you wait. You hide nearby, staying perfectly still, your skin matching the rocks. Time passes. You don't move. Finally, the crab makes a mistake. It leaves the safety of the anemone. You strike. You throw your web over it like a parachute, your arms wrapping around its shell. You've got it. Then comes the tricky part. The crab has a hard shell. You have no teeth to crack it. But you have something better. A sharp beak, a living drill hidden in your mouth. You press it against the shell and grind slowly, bit by bit. When you break through, you inject venom. The crab goes still. Its muscles turn soft. Your meal is ready. This is invertebrate genius. You basically have to do geometry in your head to figure out exactly where to drill. One precise spot. Miss it, and the crab escapes. You suck out the liquefied crab like a milkshake and move on. But hunting makes you messy. Bits of food float away. The smell spreads. And before you know it, brittle stars swarm out of nowhere, covering you like 100 grabby hands, stealing your meal right out of your den. At first, you don't know what to do, but then you learn. Next time, you pick them up one by one with your suckers and gently toss them out. Problem solved. This is your life now. Solve problems or die. You encounter a lobster. You try to grab it. It dodges. You try again. It dodges again, but you don't give up. You learn. You figure out a new strategy. You herd it into a corner, throw your web over it, trap it. Done. You are getting smarter every single day, but you are also running out of time. You only get about a year to live, maybe 18 months if you're lucky. That's it. No long, peaceful retirement, No second chances. Just 1 year to figure out the ocean, avoid being eaten, and if you're really unlucky, find a mate. And speaking of being eaten, there's always something hunting you. Big fish with crushing jaws, dolphins with their sonar, sharks following your scent. One day, a shark picks up your scent. You smell like food to it, and it starts circling. You jet up into the kelp canopy and do something desperate. You wrap yourself in kelp leaves, covering your body completely. The shark bites the kelp instead of you, thrashing and snapping at nothing while you sneak out the back. You think you're safe, but the shark picks up your scent again. You run. You jet away as fast as you can, but the shark is faster. It's chasing you, hunched forward, following your scent trail through the water. You spot a rock, a crack beneath it, and you dive under. You squeeze yourself as deep into the crack as you can. But the shark doesn't stop. It comes right at you, pushing its head into the crack. Then you feel it. Teeth, clamping down on one of your arms, then another. Several of your arms are in its mouth now. The shark starts shaking. A violent, terrifying death roll, trying to rip you apart. But you hold on. You pull yourself deeper, deeper into the crack, even as the shark thrashes. You wedge yourself so far back that the shark can't reach you anymore. Finally, it lets go and swims away. You're still alive. Barely. You crawl out slowly, barely able to move. You're so weak, and there's still a distance to your den. You have to make it back. For days, you lie there, pale and dull, unable to produce the vibrant colors of a healthy octopus. You look half dead. You might actually be half dead. But then something amazing happens. You start to heal, fast. Within a week, tiny little arms begin to grow back. Perfect miniature versions of the ones you lost. Even half-grown, they're functional. You can use them. And slowly, as the arms regrow, your confidence returns. 100 days later, the arm is fully restored. You are whole again. This is what it means to be an octopus. You can survive the impossible, but you'll never escape the danger. Your intelligence is your weapon. Your camouflage is your shield. But neither one is perfect. And now, the cruelest part of your life begins. You meet another octopus, a mate. You don't know much about romance, but apparently, it involves a lot of arm touching. The male positions himself with his right side facing you. He uses a special arm to pass on sperm. Congratulations, you're going to be a parent. You lay your eggs, thousands of them. Tiny, delicate, precious. You string them together like beads and attach them to the ceiling of your den, and then you stay. You don't leave. Not to hunt, not to eat, not ever. You sit there in the dark, pumping oxygen over the eggs with your siphon, keeping them clean, keeping them safe. Time passes. You are starving. Your body is eating itself. You're losing weight, losing strength, wasting away. But you don't stop. You can't stop. These eggs are everything. And then, one day, the eggs hatch. Thousands of tiny, transparent hatchlings burst into the water, drifting up toward the light like a cloud of living dust. They are beautiful. They are perfect. They are alone. You have done your job. You drift out of the den, barely alive, exhausted, starving, weightless. Fish begin to feed on you. Scavengers close in. A shark finds you and drags you away. Your mother did this for you, and now you've done it for them. This is the deal. This is the cost. You are born alone. You live fast. You die young. And if you're very lucky, you get to give the next generation the same impossible start you had. And the whole thing, and from the day you hatch to the day you die, lasts about a year. It sucks to be a common octopus, but you do it anyway.